Hello, everyone. Sorry, I think I'm a couple minutes late. I was babysitting tonight, and it just seemed like everything just took longer. But welcome. We are doing Paper Pumpkin tonight. I cannot do this without a glare from my lights, but okay. If you are new to this is a craft kit that you get in the mail every month. Sometimes it's in a beautiful box like this. Most of the time it's just in a red box. But you get everything you need to make a certain number of projects, and it varies from month to month. This month you get, I'm just checking the count, 8, enough to make 8 little bags and 8 small cards. So you get everything you need for this. The only thing you might need to add is a pair of scissors. That's it. They'll give you all the adhesive you need. Your first kit comes with a block. So you get everything you need. So it's just a fun thing you can get in the mail every month. So I always come on the first Tuesday of the month to show you the previous month's kit. So this is the September kit that we're going to do tonight. And then everybody that gets Paper Pumpkin from me or is on my team and gets Paper Pumpkin, I do a bonus card. And so I'll demonstrate that, and then I send or give those the pieces to make that bonus card out to all of my team members and my Paper Pumpkin customers. This comes with wonderful instructions, full color instructions. It'll show you how to do each project. And then what I love is it also shows you for both projects right up front, this is what you need for this project, this is what you need for this project. So I can just divide everything out, punch it all out, and be ready to go, which is what I do before I come online. So you don't have to watch me punching everything. All right, I will not do, sometimes I'll do all the stamping for these because it's usually just 1 or 2 more than what I'm demonstrating. This time, though, it would be like 6 more, so I'm not going to make you sit through me doing the stamping for all of them. Now, these are photopolymer stamps, so they come, just get a little stamp set like this. You get Stampin' Spot, and I think they have said that they do not repeat the color in the year. So if you're in it for a year, you'll get 12. Sometimes you get an extra one in a kit. So 12 plus unique colors every year. I save this to put in like little gift packages, and I use just my regular stamp pad. But here's it goes that way, the stamp set. And so I was starting to pull stuff on blocks. I was like, oh, I need to get going. Because these are photopolymer, which means they have no cushion of their own, they're just clear like this, that I always use my Stampin' Pierce mat. Hey, Betty. And that just gives it a little extra cushion. And I need my little scratch paper. Excuse me. All right, so we'll work on our card first. This is what it's going to look like. It's really cute. Just a little gift card, so you could put this with your little gift bags that we're making. And these are pumpkins. It took me a minute to figure out, but those are pumpkins that you're kind of looking down on instead of flowers. Really cute. All right, so let's get started. All my little pieces out. So we are going to stamp, I'm going to open this up, on our card front, and we're going to stamp our sentiment. So let's see, what sentiment is this one using? With love and gratitude. There it is. All right, let me grab a block. We'll get our ink ready. And just put this right in the middle, hopefully, of our little tag. They're usually pretty good. I think they gave you 1 extra tag of each kind if you don't have. Do you have a tag on the other one? Yeah. They usually give you 1 extra of each, so if you really mess up one of your sentiments, then you've got an extra. And then this is the leaves, and they've just got it going around the card, the outside of the card. So I usually try and look and see if I can figure out how they're doing it. Not that it really matters. You just want it to go off the edge. And then one more over here. I can't tell. Maybe like this. So it just gives it some nice texture around the outside. And that will lighten up a little bit as it dries. Let me close out my ink for the moment so we don't make a mess. And what I really like about their directions is they tell you exactly where to put your adhesive. So this time we have 3 different kinds of adhesive. We have these glue dots, and we have mini dimensionals, and then we have tear and tape, which is for our gift box. So for these little solid dots, those are your glue dots, and then these open hexagons are your dimensionals. So we need to get all of our little pieces over here. So we have this beautiful gold piece, and we have the leaves. So that's these 2 pieces that we're going to put our glue dots on, and I usually just kind of orient them the way they are in the picture, and then I put my glue dots right where they show on the picture. Sometimes it doesn't matter if you get them exactly where they are. Sometimes it's strategically placed because of where it's going to fit on something else. On these 2, I don't think it matters as much, but I still just try and do it where they show. So 3 glue dots there, and then some on our leaves. 4 glue dots. All right. And then it shows putting those on your card. So let's go ahead and do that. So they have the gold leaves on first. This is take your pick tool, and it is fabulous for these glue dots because they could be a little challenging to get up off of the sheet. But if you have one of these, then it's perfect. All right, so it is showing this. Move that a little bit so you can kind of see maybe the directions too. So it's showing it. So that's almost touching the top, like that. All right, now let's take off the backings to our leaves. I just let them fly wherever they want to. My vacuum can pick them up later. And this goes, you just see a little bit of your stamping. So it's going pretty much all the way to the bottom and to the left. Not outside of the card, but pretty close to the bottom and the left. Get some of these out of the way. Okay. Now let's get our pumpkins out. So this guy, and I think it goes like that. This guy. Looks like it goes more like that. All right, so it is showing us 3 dimensionals on the big pumpkin, 1 glue dot and 2 dimensionals on the little pumpkin, and then 3 glue dots on our sentiment. I don't know that if I can leave that where you can see it or not. Kind of. Okay, so 1 glue dot there, and then 3 glue dots on my sentiment. And now dimensionals. So we have 2 dimensionals on the other side of this smaller pumpkin. And then 3 dimensionals on the big pumpkin. Whoop, I got 2 coming together. over here. There we go. All right. Let's bring this back in. So our larger orange pumpkin is on the bottom. So we'll put him down first, like this. So you want to see some of those leaves there. And then this guy, take your glue dot back off and your dimensional backs. And so the reason you have a glue dot on this side in dimensionals is because that glue dot is going to stick to this pumpkin. And then the other two will be up on dimensional, so it makes them the same level. And then take our backs off of our glue dots on our sentiment. And you could put this on first, but I wanted to do it afterwards because then I could tuck it right where I wanted it. And it just kind of tucks in right there. Super cute. I love the gold foil on it. And these are beautiful pumpkins. All right. So that is our tag. I mean our card, our small card. We don't have as much to make tonight since there's only 2 items. Sometimes we have 3 or 4 cards to make. All right, get some of this out of the way. All right, now what we're going to make is our bag. So it's just this cute little gift bag. You could put candy in there. You could put a gift card in there. Any small little treats you can put in there. So it comes, I'm going to move this for, well, let's do our stamping first because we just have to stamp our sentiment. So I just kind of slid all my stuff in the sleeve. There we go. So this is your gift bag we're going to make, but before we do anything, let's go ahead and stamp our sentiment. Come here. So this says, thank you. So let me grab our stamp set. Let me get another little block. Okay. Let's stamp our thank you on here. There we go. Set that aside. Put our ink away so we don't make a mess. My grandson likes to talk about making a mess. Did you make a mess, Gigi? He'll ask me that. Yes, Liam, I made a mess. Or sometimes we'll tell him, Liam, you made a mess. All right, I'm going to get my bone folder. And I forgot to do this when I made my first one. So you really do want to kind of burnish all of these lines so that when you put it together, those are nice and crisp. So you want to do all of these guys too. It's a little more challenging. Trying to make sure I get it on the right spot there. Because there are score lines on all these. So I'm just kind of folding it flat and burnishing those in. Hopefully that's not too noisy. All right, now let's do our top flap. I wonder if I can do it kind of over. All right, and then let's open all this back up. And you've got, it's kind of hard to see, but you've got little score lines here and here. So you might want to, I didn't really burnish these ones too much. They're just the gusset of the bag. And then you've got these ones here. And I think maybe once we get, yeah, you can do that maybe. Yeah, that's a good idea. How did I do that? Like that. Nope, not quite like that, but it'll still get them a little bit creased for you. Okay, now that we have all of our folds kind of burnished, so we're ready to put it together. Now, they show you where to put the tear and tape, but my box didn't exactly match up. Well, I guess it does. I don't know why I was thinking it didn't. Okay, so the thing that took me a minute to figure out, this first picture, so you've got your flap here on the right, the back side of it, and this long piece, and then this piece. What this is showing you is you are flipping, let me put this up so you can see, this one up to put your tear and tape on. It took me a minute to figure that out, but that's what that picture is showing. So you just take your tear and tape and just put a piece of it on the top edge of this flap when you flip it up. And then the other piece on this side goes across the bottom there. So this piece right here, across the bottom of this. And I just kind of burnish them. Now turn the whole thing over. So you've got your flap, the front side of your flap on the left now, and this narrow piece there. So now you're going to put a piece on the bottom of this, on the side with the color, not the back side, so on the front side of it. Okay, so that's all your pieces. Then it shows, they'll put it together, but you put dimensionals right here on the flap. So I put that on my other one, but I'm not going to peel the back off of them. So don't peel that back off until you're ready to put your gift in there and give it to them. All right, so now we can take all of our tear and tape. I like to use another, take your pick tool that has this pointy. You can switch them out. You don't have to have two. This is my one that has the brush and the pointy thing on there. I just find it's easier to take that tear and tape backing off. Now you have to be careful because you don't want to stick that down to your surface. So that piece and this piece. Whoop, come here. Okay. So you have tear and tape on the top side of both of these small flaps. I'm going to kind of rest this so I can try and keep it square. So you've got tear and tape here and here. So take the piece, the flap that does not have tear and tape, and put it there. And then you may have to go from the other side, kind of push it. I don't want to set it down on my work surface because there's still some. I'm trying to keep it somewhat square. Come on. Sometimes I'll take a bone folder. All right, we're just going to have to, there we go. So now you've got that there. And then this guy has tear and tape here, so you fold him over. And now you can take your bone folder and just kind of set it down in there and just rub it across there. So that'll make them stick. And now you've got your thing. And by doing that, burnishing beforehand, it makes it fold nicely on the sides there. But now we have to decorate it. So let's see. We already did our thank you. Now we're going to take our gold piece and we're going to put glue dots on the front side of it. Not that one. This one. Whoops. So we're going to put one, whoops, right here. It's folded up on me. Right here. This one I would try and do it probably where they're telling you, because they probably got it figured out so that that other leaf will cover those up. All right, and then take the backings off of them. And it's going to go this way. And then take your other branch. And you pretty much line up the stems. And just press it down. And so now those 3 glue dots are holding those 2 together. Then, hey, Nancy. Yep, you can go back and watch the rest later. Then they've got more glue dots at the top. So one up here, one here. And these you probably, again, do want to kind of follow what they're saying because they're making sure it's going to stay just on the flap. You don't want it adhering your box closed so they can't even get in and get their treat. Whoops. So yeah, some of these leaves, hold on to them if you're doing this because they're kind of narrow. Come on. This one's being persnickety. There we go. All right, now this whole thing is going to go on your flap. And I like to kind of hold it like this so I can see. So it's going to go about like that. All right, so now you have this on your flap, and we just need our sentiment. And so it is showing that it has 3 dimensionals on it. So let's get our dimensionals out. Pull out 3 of those. And one in the middle. And then it goes right over. So you see a little bit of this leaf sticking up. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be exactly like that. But just somewhere in there. And there you go. And then once you fill it, you just take those backings off and stick it down. And you've got this cute little gift bag and a beautiful card to go with it. So who wouldn't love to get a gift in that? It's beautiful. All right. Then for the bonus card, so for the bonus card, I try to use, well, I use only the stamps that come in the kit. And I use the ink color that comes in the kit. Sometimes I will add another ink color. This time I did not. I kept it monochromatic. But I added some other stuff that I had that you'll get in your kit. So this is the card I made. So again, I just used the leaf and the thank you. That's it from the stamp set. But this is a distressed tile, I think, embossing folder. And this is some designer series paper. I'm trying to remember what it came from. It might have come from the daisies. No. Hang on. Let's look at a kit. Maybe I can tell from the back side what it is because I've forgotten now already. Oh, no, it's the Modern Garden. So that has this beautiful Christmas one, but on the back side, it was just this nice, pretty peacock color. So that's the Lost Lagoon is the ink that was in your kit, and that's what this cardstock is. But then I used Pretty Peacock with it. And then I just added a couple of gold little flower things. I'll do mine. I don't like how, I don't think I can move it now. Those needed to go up farther so they're not hanging down so far. And then a little bit of Lost Lagoon ribbon under there. So you will get all of this in your kit. So all you'll have to do is stamp that and put it together. All right, so let me show you how I did this. We need this and our sentiment. And let's bring our Stampin' Pierce mat back in. And our leaf. And our thank you. Those are the 2 stamps that we need. And let's go ahead, because I might have gone off a little bit on the bottom on this. So let's bring our scratch paper back in. All right, we'll do our leaves. And you could do more than this if you wanted to. I just did 2. So you've got one coming up here. And again, that will lighten up. And then one going that way. And then on your little scrap of white, do your thank you. Now, if you want to use a different sentiment, feel free. I just did thank you. There we go. All right, put all this away. And then we're ready to put it together. Maybe I'll even trim those off a little bit. And you do have a piece of white for the inside. Since that pretty peacock is so dark, you need a piece of white on the inside. All right, let's start putting this together. Let me grab my, because I can't remember. Nope, just the sentiment is up on dimensionals. Now, when you're adhering anything to an embossed piece or adhering it to anything, I like to use my liquid glue. It just gets in the cracks of the embossed image better, and I think it holds better. So I just put this right in the middle, just like that. Oop. Preferably straight. All right. And then this can go on our card front. I was just making sure I didn't need to wrap any ribbon, and I don't. Hope you can. That's the back side of that distressed tile. It's a new one in the holiday catalog. I love it. That's just going to go right on your front here. And then this is also on flat. Right in the middle. You can see this comes together pretty quickly. All right. I'm going to switch adhesive and get my Stampin' Seal. We'll use it for the inside. Seems to be a little bit of adhesive on my sheet. My card is sticking to. There we go. Now, I did the same thing with this. I used the same thing. I used some Stampin' Seal. So just put a little strip across there and just lay your ribbon in that. And then, I'm just grabbing my glue dots. I'm thinking we want to trim these a little bit, because I don't like how long they were sticking down into my other card. So let's just trim these a little bit. This guy, we also need, I got my gluey scissors. I'm not sure why I did that. Oh, I think I used the punch on this. That's why it's a little bit long. But you can do it if you don't have the punch. Mine is gone AWOL at the moment. Oh, there it is. So this is a banner punch. And so it will punch those banners. And on a small piece like that, it will cut off quite a bit. I'm not sure if this is long enough. I'll have to see. I like to turn it over. So you just slide it down in there all the way. Make sure it's straight and punch it. And then the same thing on the, oops, that was a little close for you. Sorry about that. Same thing on the other side. Woo. Yep, I need a, so I have some, if you have something that you can't punch like that, I have some little Post-its. And that just gives me something to hold on to. So I can slide that, not crooked, preferably straight in there. There we go. And punch. Now, if you don't have this, a quick and easy way to do a banner in like that is just to cut in the middle and then cut from each corner in. So you can do that if you don't have that banner punch. All right, we're going to use, we'll just go ahead and use these mini dimensionals since they are here. So I just put one on each end because I'm going to tuck these little guys in underneath there. So this is going to go right across the middle of your ribbon, like that. And now you can use the glue dots that come in the kit. If you don't have these, I'm going to use these ones. just kind of tuck that. Oh yeah, that's better than it hanging down so low, I think. I like it better. Now, as you know, somebody will get this already made bonus card. I just like mix them all up, pop them in the envelopes, so I never know who's going to get the already made bonus card. All right, so I'm going to stick my fingernail under there and get there. Yep, I like that better than them hanging down that far. So there you go. There's your bonus card. So we made this bonus card and this beautiful card that goes with the gift bag. So that's everything that we made tonight. Thank you, Betty. I'm glad you liked that. I'm glad you liked that bonus card. All right, that is it for tonight. Thank you so much. I will be back live on my regular page tomorrow night at 7:30. I'll give you a sneak peek because I have it right here. We're going to make this card tomorrow night on Facebook Live, and I'm going to show you how I made my truck all rusty at the bottom. So this punch, I haven't checked this week. Hopefully it's still in stock. It came back in stock last week, and so hopefully it's still in stock. All right. If you are coming to class Thursday night, I will give you your bonus cards then. If you're not, then I will mail them to you. All right. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye.